Tuesday from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. This is the NFL of EA Sports.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The Giants go to work on offense for the first time, and it's Daniel Jones leading the way, the number 6 pick in the 2019 draft.
A little bit of broken record time, partner, because we know that this young man, Daniel Jones, was a surprise pick at number 6 overall. But I thought that he got better and better as the year went on in his rookie year. A lot of trial by fire. Needs to protect the football better while in the pocket. But when he's at his best, he can throw it and run it. And he's an ascending quarterback. 24 touchdown passes as a rookie.
He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
At the 34-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro safety, Mika Fitzpatrick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The Steeler offense set to go to work, and once again at the helm, their longtime starter, that's Ben Roethlisberger.
And for Ben Roethlisberger, there are a lot of question marks coming into this year because he missed nearly all of 2019 with an elbow injury. And if he were younger, maybe not as many questions. But he turned 38 back in March. And now the Pittsburgh Steelers expect to see the old Ben Roethlisberger, who's thrown for over 56,000 yards in his career, leading their team.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Connor on 1st down, working his way forward for about 4 yards. 2nd down coming up.
The tackle made by Dexter.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up the 1st down with a nice throw.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On 2nd down now, it's Connor. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
James Conner.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
7-yard line. 1st and goal.
The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage a season ago, down around 35%. It's 1st and goal. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it. This is Connor. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
He was brought down.
Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
On 3rd and goal, Roethlisberger. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25.
The focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of a game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Here's Jones throwing on first down. He completes it to Tate. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. 2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they do.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. But I believe the Giants got this back, and they will hold on to the possession.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Steelers 3, Giants 0.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Jones on 1st and 10. And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Giants.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pick.
And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Giants have taken the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment that allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Well, the Steeler offense heading out for their next possession. And for them, you look back to 2019, no Ben Roethlisberger, and that meant no playoffs in the Steel City as they wound up 8-8. But, look, hope springs eternal this time of year. What chance, Charles, do you give the Steelers of getting back to the playoffs?
Well, since you got all lyrical on me there about hope springing eternal, how about we go to Ben Roethlisberger, who's saying, I still want to win Lombardis, and I say that with a plural. He may be in his upper 30s, but it feels like he's in his upper upper 20s, and he thinks he can continue to play, and the elbow feels good. But remember, without him last year, they scored 10 or fewer points 5 times. He's got to kickstart that offense with his play as well.
Yeah, and those struggles to score points, it all culminated with an offense that was 30th in the NFL. So if they want to get close to sniffing another Lombardi, those numbers have to have a big uptick.
And it'll help with that defense. T.J. Watt, Bud Dupree, Minka Fitzpatrick was an all-pro at safety. They're awfully good on that side of the ball.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Hey, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line.
The tackle made
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
Barkley will try to punch it in. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Alu on the stop.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
You're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1.
And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Giants add on to their lead.
Giants.
CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this 1st half. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across. So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
High throw, but he makes the catch. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
The goal for any offense versus...
Trying to get it to Ebron, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
Jones now on first down, and that'll be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Finds his tight end Ingram. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Operating from the gun, Jones. Catch made by Slayton. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Jones. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. 2nd and 20. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
1st and 10.
Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. He's been good so far to this point in the 2nd quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
We'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the 2nd quarter. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and 10. Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. And that's caught inside the 35. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. Boswell's kick is good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
Graham Gano set to kick off.
Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here again comes Juju Smith-Schuster and the Steelers. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Again, a run with Connor. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. On first down, Connor going to be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. On second down, Connor looking for space. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Tate on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Aaron Donald's the name most people think about in the defensive tackle position, but an all-pro last year alongside him, Cameron Hayward, an absolute nightmare to try and block, and he gets into the backfield on that play and finishes it off with a loss.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now, is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On 1st and 10 is Counter. And he'll get this only up to about the 35.
He's brought down by...
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger sliding out of the pocket. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 42. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
He's got it. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. 14-yard touchdown. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. And he'll throw right away. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they're able to get this one across the 35. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now Roethlisberger. That's complete to his running back, Connor. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now Roethlisberger getting this one into the hands of Smith-Schuster. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 40. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
And the Steeler.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Roethlisberger on target to Washington. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 15-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Gain of 25 yards.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Samuels. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
It's the ball carrier.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. Flushed out right. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. The Steelers were last in the NFL in red zone touchdown percentage. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Connor going to try and run it, and he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the two-point conversion, and that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
A first down carry for Barkley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuck that one behind the line of scrimmage. We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves them with a 2nd and 3. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Jones pass.
I'm looking at this one with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Good. Makes the score Giants 24.
A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Steelers ready for their next possession. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Intended for James Washington.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Ebron caught left side. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. On 1st down, Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The big man, Tyson Alualu, there to make the tackle. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it, an in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Giants 27.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And right away, he'll look to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. He got 29 yards that time. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Ben Roethlisberger with a touchdown pass to Juju Smith-Schuster. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone.
Chris Boswell to kick off.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field, and they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Jewett on the stop.
2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll go to Barkley again. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. Now the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
Score Giants 27.
Well, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming, the Hail Mary. They just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we sign off from MetLife Stadium.